Hi everybody, I'm Brooke Sanders, and this is Johnstown's Finest. Okay folks, I'm really happy to be here today with Don Rayner. He is an author, and he has written a book called Winter is My Middle Name. But why don't you do me a favor and tell folks about your latest book and what really inspired?
Inspired me. I had an operation and it was so painful. It was on my ear, and they gave me opioids to take, but I didn't want to take them, which I probably should have, but I couldn't sleep at night. I was awake for 4 weeks. I think I slept 8 hours in 4 weeks.
Wow.
And so I used to just think about things I did when I was a kid, and then during the day I'd write about it, put it in my computer. And
see.
After a few weeks I had like half a book, so I just kept going. Yeah, it took my mind off the pain as I was thinking about it and then writing about it during the day. But yes, that's what motivated me. Well, I try to lead a clean life, and I wanted to make it a wholesome book that was good for everybody from age 10 to 110.
Yeah, it certainly
Everybody
is.
should enjoy it.
It reminded me a little bit, folks, of the Wonder Years. This is very reminiscent to that. And then if you folks have ever seen The Christmas Story,
Right.
It is very reminiscent of that. It's very heartwarming, so it's a book I recommend to everybody. What was the hardest part for you to write?
Nothing really. It sort of wrote itself. It's hard to explain. It's like that character Joe. He was only supposed to be in that one scene.
Yes.
And that's all I had planned on.
Yes.
But somehow I'd be writing, and the next thing I know, Joe would appear out of nowhere. So I'd just leave him in there and thinking, well, that's the end of Joe, but he appeared through the whole book.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
Sort of very organically happened.
Yeah.
Yes. So you didn't have any writer's block with this book?
No, not really.
You didn't experience that? Golly, you're very lucky.
I know. My initials, my name's Donald, my middle initial's W, and Rayner.
Yes.
And I love winter. So when I was writing a book, I thought, I'm going to make this Winter is my middle name, and use my initial DW Rayner for the author.
It's really, really perfect.
Oh,
yes, so that sort of weaved its way into the book, some of your personal experiences.
Oh, yes.
Yes, as a child around here.
The whole book is practically my life story growing up. It's most of those things did happen, except a gypsy didn't put a spell on Joe.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
We don't want to give away too much.
No.
But that was a good part.
Yeah. I guess going to the dump and getting that refrigerator door.
Yes, and turning it into a sled.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I think that's what really motivated me, because all through the years growing up, I always thought about that, going down to the dump, getting that refrigerator door and taking it to the graveyard and sled riding with it. Some kids had toboggans, not everybody, but we couldn't afford them, so we tried out the refrigerator door, and it worked good.
It did, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was heavy though.
Yes,
so it's,
yes.
Got tired of dragging it back up the hill all the time.
Oh, I bet.
Tubby in the story, his father bought this sled made of aluminum, but he worked in a steel mill. And so if you you bought anything, it had to be steel, not plastic, not aluminum. It had to be steel, made in the United States. You couldn't buy a Volkswagen Bug if you worked in a steel mill. Oh, the steel mills, that's what built Johnstown. Steel and coal wood have to buy American steel. You'd be ostracized.
Yes.
Yeah, you never...
It's a big no-no.
Agatha Christie, Dan Brown, and James Patterson.
Yes, those are very good picks. Yeah. That would be a fantastic dinner, right? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I I started on another one. Well, it's about all the jobs I've had. Because working in the mill, you get laid off a lot. The department I was in, I got laid off. When I was laid off, I'd go get a part-time job, like security guard in a bank.
Yeah.
I did that. Do an inventory. Regis, they do inventories, would travel around western Pennsylvania and Maryland, do an inventory like Walmart and Michael's, and different jobs that I've had. Started with delivering the morning newspaper in Johnstown, the Tribune-Democrat.
Yes.
At that time they had the morning edition and the evening edition. I delivered the morning edition.
I see.
I'd get up before school at 5:30 in the morning and deliver 150 newspapers.
Don, where can people get your books?
You can get it on Amazon, Kindle edition, or paperback, hardback, or audio. The audio is done by Kathy Garver. She was Sissy on Family Affair on CBS. It ran from 1966 to 72.
With links, so all you have to do is hit the link and then you can go and buy his book and read it, enjoy it. I certainly did. It gives you those warm, fuzzy feelings that we all need right about now. Tell me about this picture, Don.
Well, this is a picture. It's on the style of Sterling Edwards. I have some of his books, and it's a picture of looking out my back door in the wintertime. And this is my impression of it. It doesn't really look like this, but that's my impression of it when I look out the backyard in the wintertime.
I want to thank you very much for allowing us to come into your home and interview you on your first book. And I look forward to interviewing you on your second book.
Okay, well, thanks for coming.
It is my deepest pleasure. And until I see you again, folks, stay friendly. Bye-bye.
We'll see you. Bye.